Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for stopping in. So yesterday we worked on winterizing this sprayer, and now we need to do some repairs to the sprayer so it's ready to go next spring when we need it, and we pull it out of the snowbanks and hopefully have it ready to go to the field. So there's a couple of small issues, and then just grease it up and get it ready to roll. So also in the near future, we got to strip these down. Their lease is up in the middle of August. It was just a weird time to lease it. I believe we're going to be left one to finish desiccation and maybe bean, well, we'll see. They might let us keep one of them, but the lease is up, so one of them is gonna go back. We need to, well, we've started. Took the field seal off. This bracket's got to come off. All the harnesses, all the brackets out of the cab. Brody's little flag holder here. Basically, get it back to bone stock. Got to put the 3-point hitch back on. So we got a lot of work to do to this one especially. So I got the big Swede helping. I didn't really work on this project too much. You want to fill us in why the wing wheel is missing?
Bearings were shot.
You use them so much, you took out the wheel bearings.
I like my training wheels, and that one spins fine, that one was not, and so we took it apart, and it didn't look like the bearings had spun in a long time because the little rollers inside the tapered bearing had left marks on the outer race, like they had not moved.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we are tensioning the tracks. We've never done this on this machine. We did on the other one, correct? So what is the measurement? This spring 6.5?
6 1/4.
So we need to compress that spring right there down, and then that is proper tension. So just over time, track stretches a little bit after the break-in period. This maybe should have been done a while ago, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's such a nice location.
You got a bigger tool?
The only one that fit.
So we just got it to 6 1/4 measurement of the spring. It would be probably a lot easier with the right size wrench. Something a little less bulky.
The one smaller didn't open its jaws big enough for me.
Nice. Oh, it's Duggo! You got the pickup ready for me to go? Where you been?
Spark plugs on a boat. Half hour turned into 2 hours, but it's working.
Did you lose anything?
Nope. Nope.
But she performs at full power now?
It seems to be for a little bit.
For a little bit.
It's working. I can only get 44, 45 out of her. I thought it used to do 52.
That's a real problem, huh?
Well, I'm just wondering where the other little miles per hour disappeared to. It is pretty fast though. Fast enough.
Did you run her hard? Remember?
Wide open, half the lake twice. So she's...
Here we are slaving away and Doug was out on his boat.
Well, I had to do it because summer's coming to an end, and if that didn't fix it, then I had who knows what problems. Well, they don't care about that. We're farming now, so.
Yeah, I wonder what $1,000 you'll have to throw at it next week.
That's what I was thinking. If this don't work, then the big checkbook comes out again. But I think it fixed it. Now that little bit of splash of jet or plane fuel I'm putting in, no. I was worried about that because a lot of people have said that it burns hotter, but I only put 20% in, so I think I'll be okay, but I might not do that anymore.
He started doing that because his Instagram followers told him to. And then
Lay
his boat guy said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
and then after you started filming that, then a bunch of people said, "Oh, no, that's very bad to do." So, once again, 50% on each side of the fence.
Right. But I gotta love the guys that think they know what they're talking about.
You convinced him to run jet fuel in his boat.
I think it's okay if this stuff is carbureted, but when you go to fuel injection like this is, I think that then changes it to a definitely no.
As he continues to fill it with it.
Well, I gotta get it burnt out, so come on over and use your jet ski and burn some out.
Okay, let's go, guys.
It's on.
Well, a little pause on the shop work because the cement is here for the footing of the new grain bin. So they got a pumper truck and they're pouring. So as you can see, this is a huge footing. This is like, I don't know, at least a third bigger than what was under that grain bin, but that's because we're taller. Asking for a bigger footing. So this is 9 feet, I believe, wide, and this is guessing, but I'd say 16 to 18 inches thick with 2 layers of rebar. And that is some beefy rebar too. This is gonna take some serious yardage. Wow, like look at that. It's immaculate. That is cool how that works. Just dumps it in there and it just pumps it up and over where they're working. So that's load number 3. He said he had 10 yards and there's 5 more trucks coming, so around 80-ish yards. I don't know what the last truck will have on them, but that's a lot. That's a lot. 80 yards.
What's one of them hold?
He had 10 on him. He said there's 5 more trucks coming. He's number 3. And I'd say they're about a third done. Right?
It is thick. That's a thick pour.
What do you say? Masonry?
Masonry. We're doing masonry today. They used a lot of rebar too. Holy cow.
You want to tell them how this hole is plumb full of water yesterday and you had to get the sump pump it out because they were working in water boots trying to set rebar.
Yeah,
it looked miserable.
It didn't look fun at all.
We're like, let's get a sump pump. So we did. And well, that allowed us to pour today.
Where are we going to put our handprints? Thinking body
On the footing? You want to put a handprint that gets covered up?
We'll see parts, but not to scrape it away. It'll be a little memory.
So they're marking where the, what would you call it?
Outside wall,
The wall of the grain bin comes up.
and then you put some rebar in there to connect it, I suppose.
Tie it all together. I feel weird watching people work. I gotta get out of there.
We had him in there,
He got out.
and he got out.
What?
The prisoner escaped.
He's in there right now. Oh, there's his buddy.
His buddy saved him?
No, I think he actually got out and came back. Wow, he was just insulting us now. Let's rewind this. Yeah, there he's in there.
He's screwing with the gate.
Just before midnight. And there he gets out.
You really went quick.
Oh. Well, they're smarter than we are.
So throughout the season, this has started leaking.
Let's see, I got a bucket for that reason.
It's still leaking.
And we're gonna replace that with a quarter turn valve like we did on the other sprayer. Because these are expensive and they don't seem to last very long. And then when we were winterizing it, this gauge decided to die and spray all its liquid out, and then we heard a loud pop and it started leaking back here somewhere. So that gauge needs to be replaced also. And you say that's going to make a mess?
Well, let's see. This, I think this was unplugged. One of these were still. And when I pulled it in, it was, well, that's why my sweatshirt's on the ground, because it became a towel.
I think I found what that pop sound was when that plug left the chat.
Oh, too much pressure. Well, see, when it did pop, I didn't think I was getting enough flow in the system as we were winterizing it, so I cranked up.
Working.
All right, so I cranked up the hydraulic flow to what I normally operate at, and that's when I thought that glass was about to get pushed out.
It was loud. All right, we're going to switch projects, waiting for parts to finish that up, which we should have this afternoon. The well guy was here, and the electrician was here the day before, and we are now fired up. The new well is fired up, ready to rock and roll. We are going to go connect the pipe up there at the water tank currently and get a float in there, so when we want to, we can fill with 50 gallons a minute. All aboard?
I suppose. God, it is cold out here.
Not so much. Are you in?
Yeah, but my knees didn't make it.
We should wait till like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock and then it's shaded over here.
It is getting very warm. Okay, so Randy's son was here yesterday, dug out all the gravel, made Grandpa really upset because he liked his grass here, but this looks excellent here now. Very nice. So we've got to connect a valve on here and cut a hole in the top of the tank, get the float in, maybe get some clamps and make this look a little straighter than the tape.
Those threads look kind of big, don't they?
A little bit bigger than what I was. Yeah.
If we cut this maybe 3 times and pinch it down, then it would maybe work.
Did you grab a dull bit?
I didn't grab it.
Someone's calling me now.
Brody, my knee is on fire.
Yeah, that's why I got water. My hand was on fire. I don't know if it's cutting.
It's not working very well. Are you underneath me?
I was. My
wrong?
knees are hot.
Oh, your knees are hot.
I don't think it's working.
I don't think I'm gaining. Struggling. It doesn't appear to be ruining the bit yet. Well, she's got a wobble to her. It's now starting to ring in my ear.
It's very loud right here too. It's coming out of the hole.
What?
Hey, hot.
You okay?
I can't hold that in there.
I've punctured through.
We just hope it stays in there. There. Oh gosh.
Here we go. You ready?
Not really, but sure. It missed the bucket.
Brody.
It hits right here.
Well, A for effort.
I failed. I gotta go home.
The bucket's empty. Brody missed it.
Great job.
All right, we gotta dump.
Does the bung fit in the hole?
I think my hand
We
is
gotta dump
burnt up.
21,000 gallons out.
I think my hand is burnt up.
I found a valve that's used valve from the 1803 floater that we had that was set up with liquid. I need some more parts here though. This'll work. This'll work though. I hear the cement guys still going, and it's starting to get really, really hot. I feel bad for them.
Got the float underneath. See if you guys can see that. Is it bright enough in there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep. So there's the float. Comes up, plumbed into here. And then there he is. You got all the tools you need?
Well, I made 18 trips. This time for 2 little washers.
And he keeps walking for some reason.
I don't know if you need the tools that are in that. I'm too lazy to unload everything.
We're done up here
Okay.
for
Need the
now.
hose.
Do you have the 90?
No, I'm not done up here. I don't have the 90.
Okay, well, we busted out a 2x2 because we didn't like the looks of this. It's gonna be pretty heavy, this big hose dangling, and so we're gonna zip tie to the 2x2. I got this all tied up real nice. That's gonna be water on, off. Quick coupler. If we ever want to direct fill something, we can unhook this, quickly make a hose. That's gonna be pretty slick. I like the idea of that. This is crooked on the post, which bothers me, but that's the way it come out of the ground, so that's the way it had to be. If that makes sense. But here's one of the new Milwaukee tools that we just got. It's the M12 brushless. It is absolutely insane. Brody, come videotape me here.
I was gonna go get zip ties.
Well, important things, you know, we're creating content. Here you go.
Action.
Wow.
It's insane. I'll give it to it. Hey.
You think I could chimney down that or whatever them firefighters do?
Okay, our plan is to just zip tie this on there.
I gotta hydrate first.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Wow,
Race.
it's cold.
I ain't racing.
Like when we raced running away from the hail. I had the wheels turning.
I'd maybe go a little heavy on the zip ties because they're going to get very brittle in the sun.
You think?
So, I can just imagine the comments section right now. Out of all the stuff you do and how nice stuff that we can create,
Yeah,
a
we're
2x2 is really what we come up with here?
where are these at with the 2x4 that we could have just.
Yeah, we could have done that. It's a larger lumber, but I was thinking maybe more like steel.
Maybe when this busts.
Una más. Gracias.
Well, I'm about out of my reach, so Chet.
So, down this white PVC pipe, there is a fancy quarter turn valve down there that when you turn that off, it drains this back down into the ground just like a hydrant. It takes this here tool with this end on it to turn it. But I'm thinking we're just going to turn this on and leave this on all the time and until winter time and use that quarter turn valve.
Why didn't you keep going? This needs it.
This? Stand back. Is this a new well then?
Yep.
Okay, Ken.
Is it
the old
working?
well-
So, naturally a bunch of sand came out of the line because we haven't ran very many gallons through it. So I plugged the screen in the float that's supposed to do 50 gallons a minute instantaneously and hardly anything was coming out. So we took it off and just started seeing flushing the well. That's the type of flow that I want. I may have to upsize. He said that it's supposed to do 50 gallons a minute, but this just, either that or we leave the screen out. Will it work without a screen?
I have no idea.
I would think so. Okay, this is the screen we took out, and it's seeming like the flow is a lot better now, and it still works. I think I'm satisfied with that. Now we get to take it apart, pipe dope it, and put it back together. Well, I've determined that I do not like this float. They make a 2-inch. I think I'm going to put the 2-inch on the 1.25-inch line, and that'll work better than this 1-inch. This is supposed to do 50 gallons a minute is what I was told, but it just don't seem like it's getting the flow out of there. So, rejected. We are good, we just have to screw probably a adapter fitting on the inside of there, and everything will work fine. Hopefully. We're gonna let that run, just wide open hold, just so if there's any more stuff in the line, we get that out of there. We've got to remember, Brody, to turn that off.
Do it right now, get on your phone, and set a timer.
We would have a flood down there, like, unreal. So it looks like they're done pouring concrete. Everyone's pulled out. They've got everything rebarred. Sweet! Wow. So this is where they started. They ended there. She's set up where they started.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if I'd walk on it, but she's hard. So now what they're gonna do is they're gonna set up a form on this part of it, vertical up, and then on the inside, I believe what they use is plywood, because once they pour it, they have to backfill the inside, if I remember right. That's how that works. And backfill it with gravel, then they can't get their forms out. We'll see, I guess. You'll see in maybe one of the next videos of this process. And then they'll pour that, basically this lip here. And then after that, they totally finish backfilling it. Final grade that, which it should be close. Put rebar in it, then they pour the cap, which is actually on the inside of this. They don't pour over this. And then slab's done, and it'll be ready for the Mn builders. It has not gotten nicer outside, but we did wrap up the sprayer, so I believe Monday we can get that out and park it away and get the flex heads out, because we need to run through those before black bean harvest comes. We still got time, but that's kind of the next list to get through. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.